Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Susan Manias. Most of you know me already, but if you don't know me, I ask you to please subscribe to this channel. My passion and my mission in this world is to explain to people and teach them how health comes from the inside out. Once the root cause is found and interference is removed, the body heals amazingly. God created us perfect in design. Unfortunately, in today's modern world, many things are interfering with that design. And one thing I want to talk about today is detox. So detox has become a buzzword in our society, and it's kind of unfortunate to me because detoxification used to be a real part of the medical world. They called it drainage systems in the body. So our body was designed to intake toxins or anything that really wasn't supposed to be in the body, and the body was, its job was to get rid of it, and it would drain out of the body or, leave the body the way it should. Unfortunately today, and I'm going to talk, there's going to be a series of videos on this. I'm going to talk about I always talk about my bucket, the bucket overflowing. I think that'll be tomorrow's video. So there'll be several videos. So I ask you to watch and kind of pay attention to the series because so many people are suffering effects of detoxification, or the need of detoxification. And they're going to the medical world and they're saying what their symptoms are, and they're being medicated unnecessarily. And they get kind of in that cycle. It's not where you need to be. You need a true detox program. That's what we do here at this office. So I'm not talking about a 3-day cilantro cleanse or drinking celery juice or whatever those things are out there, or a 10-day detox or a 7-day detox. Or I'm talking for some people, it needs to be years of just clearing the body out, sometimes months. But it's more it's not days. It's a long process. So I'll use me for an example. I was diagnosed with MS. Most people know that about me 10 years ago. So it's an autoimmune condition. It's inflammatory. But the thing I always want to know is what's causing the inflammation in my body. So that's where I found out about the upper root cause, which was toxicity in my body. So toxicity just from daily living, daily life, but more importantly, I had heavy metals. Heavy metals from metal amalgams put in my mouth in the 80s, 90s. So I'm almost 51 years old. So if you're in my generation of time, you had metal amalgams as well. So they don't use that anymore. Some dentists do, most don't. But that was a big source of toxicity in our body, were these metal amalgams. I always turn everybody to, on YouTube, the smoking tooth video, so you can see what a threat mercury is to our bodies. Lead was another one. So in my childhood, we were exposed to lead all the time. Lead paint, lead in the gasoline, lead in the pipes. There was lead and we were exposed to it. It's in our bodies. I was shocked when I got my metals test. I thought mercury would be off the charts for me because I had 5 metal amalgams in my mouth. So I thought that would be the thing. That would be my metals test. But when I got the test back, yes, I did have mercury, of course, but I had twice as much lead. So the thing about lead and mercury is it's a generational toxicity. It passes down 4 generations in utero from mother to child. So I had inherited this lead toxicity from my mom. She didn't mean it. She was exposed to lead probably more than me in her generation. So I see multiple generations in this office. Generation before me, my generation, the generation after, and even young adults. Young adults suffer from a new toxicity. It was a glyphosate generation, we love to call it. There's so much toxicity that they're exposed to. It goes on and on. But I'm going to explain to you how the body works and when it comes to the need for detoxification. So there are 2 systems in the body, 2 systems that use all the energy in your body. 1 is digestion, 2 is detoxification. That's how our bodies are made. So when we eat and we digest food, that takes the biggest amount of energy, that along with detoxification. Now, if you think about today's world, what do? We're eating all the time. So we're eating and digesting all the time, using a lot of our energy. It doesn't leave much energy for detoxification. So toxins back up in our body. The other problem with that is we are bombarded in this modern time by toxins and toxicities. So downstream pathways get clogged. So it's like a log jam. Like the downstream pathways are clogged, toxins can't get out. We're being bombarded by them. And on top of that, we're eating constantly, digesting constantly, and not leaving the energy in our bodies to digest and to detoxify. So it's a huge problem in today's world. The worst part about it is, coupled with that, is the stress in our world. So stress also then will use a lot of our energy, but we weren't designed to use stress like we use stress and have stress today. The body was designed for certain stressors. It was prepared for it. That's where the adrenal glands come in and give you a surge of epinephrine to handle the stressor. And once the tiger stops chasing you, or the dinosaur stops chasing you, you go back to normal. That doesn't happen in today's world. We're always stressed. We're always looking at emails. We're always dealing with the kids or their events or what they have to go to next. There's so much going on: mail, email, text messages, Instagram, Facebook. I mean, it's endless. You know what I mean? Just think of the times today and what the times were 60 years ago or 100 years ago. Totally different. Our bodies have not evolved that much in that time frame to handle what's going on today. But the biggest thing that's causing the biggest amount of symptoms in people is detoxification, or the need for detoxification, or toxicity, or toxic burden in our bodies. And it's causing a lot of the major illnesses. So I had MS, multiple sclerosis. It was an inflammatory autoimmune disease. And honestly, I focused on that very long. I focused on my brain for a long time until I realized the problem was not in my brain, and it wasn't autoimmune, and it wasn't even inflammation. It's what is causing the inflammation. So that's the thing where you have to kind of take the health back and see what's going on and think about it. Use your mind to think, because all the information is there. So in the medical world, they deal with symptoms. It's just a different paradigm. I'm not knocking the medical world. They're amazing in acute care. I cannot do what they do. So not trying to replace anybody. But the thing is, they are for acute issues. But when it comes to chronic issues, or issues, I have phone call after phone call in this office. I just got off the phone with a mom a few minutes ago. Somebody that they were told, no, there's nothing we can do, can't figure it out. Gave the child all kinds of medication, multiple types, infusions, hospitalized. I mean, you name it, they did it. And they finally said, there's nothing we could do, come back in a month. Well, what are they going to do in a month? Same thing, nothing. So I just want to talk this month. I'm dedicating it to detox and detoxification, and it has to be taken seriously. So a lot of people don't take it seriously, again, because it's been made a buzzword. It's nothing faddish about drainage and detoxification from the body. It used to be, like I said, very prominent in the medical world until medication came on board in probably the 1940s, and big pharma came into play. Then every symptom was treated with a medication. It's not the way it used to be done. You had to detox the body. A big way of detoxing the body back in the day, and this is why intermittent fasting, or even fasting, is coming back into play in this time, is if you fast and you stop the body from digesting, it's called energy diversion. You're diverting the body's energy to the detoxification systems. So it's not working on the digestion all the time, it's working more on detoxification. So that's why a lot of people feel great when they fast, because it's a much needed release in the toxic burden in their body. So that's a big part of what we do here. And I can't tell you enough how important it is. So like I said, for me, it was heavy metals was the upper root cause of my MS. And it's been a couple of years detoxing these heavy metals. So if you think about it, I had 5 amalgams in my mouth. Every time you chew or heat them up, they off-gas into my brain. So I had years of metal accumulation in my brain, and has to be detoxed out and gotten rid of with a true detox, where you're crossing the blood-brain barrier, pulling those metals out and getting rid of them with true binders out of the body. So it's more of a system and a process. It's not something quick. So if you're looking at a quick detox program, yeah, of course you'll feel great for a minute, but you're not going to feel great after a week or two. You're going to start to feel poorly again. Why is that? Because it's not being removed. It's helping for the time being, for the short term, but then it's just going to be, you're going to have the same issue. So if you keep following up with the symptoms at the medical doctor, he's going to keep giving you medication. So if you're looking for medication, then absolutely go to the medical world. It's definitely an easier, quicker path, no doubt, no question. What I do takes more time and more work on your part, not mine. I'm just the guide. It takes work on the person who's coming here to get the answers and get the work done. It is a lot of work. I know that. but it's worth it because like for me now, I'm energized, I am free of those metals. It took years for me to reverse MS, but I did it. I was supposed to be dead this year. 50 years old, it's supposed to be my year that was it. Not helping any more people in the world. So I would not accept that. So now, instead of being dead, I took the time, I took the effort, I took the pain, I took the suffering, but now I'm living my passion and what God put me on this planet for, helping multitudes of people across the country, and I couldn't be happier about that. So if you are struggling with something, or if you have an unknown illness, or the doctor's telling you there's nothing that can be done, I beg you to please call our office. Let me see if we can help you. Nobody needs to be suffering unnecessarily, so we want to stop that. There's so much frustration out there with the medical world and with not getting the answers. People still don't feel well. They're given medication and they still don't feel well. So it's just, that's not right. So you want to heal the body from the inside out. You got to remove the root causes of the inflammation. I ask you to look through this channel. I have about 70, 80 videos. I've been doing the same exact thing for 7, 8 years. So nothing I do has changed. We're still the same thing, same office, same mechanisms. So I just, please check it out. Check out my website at drsusanmanias.com. Subscribe to this channel, like our Facebook page. We're constantly putting out information that can help you. Or you can just please reach out to us and we'd be happy to talk to you, and we'll talk to you soon and hope you're having a good day.